Hello everyone, I am Shailendranath making video for my YouTube channel SN Tube Stories. So in this video I am going to make a tree in Blender. So follow along with my tutorial. So I am open my Blender. My version is 2.79b and I am just deleting the default cube. So I am pressing X on my keyboard and I am going to create a new plane. So I am going to press shift along with A to pull the menu, and I am going to select plane and I am pressing 7 so I can see the top view, and again I am pressing 5 to bring it to the top orthographical view. Then I am pressing dot to zoom this plane so that I can see it properly. Then I am going to the edit mode by pressing tab key, and then I am subdividing these two these two three division. So number of cuts I am doing 3, and I am pressing tab to I am pressing tab to go to the object mode, and then I am again pressing shift and A to create a curve. So I am choosing Bezier curve for this moment and pressing alt and C to make this cyclic. So I am pressing alt and C. Sorry. So I am first going to the edit mode where the curve is selected. So I am pressing A to select the entire curve, and then I am pressing alt and C. So as you can see, then I am just going to rotate 90 degrees. So I am first switching on the snap during transform icon, and then I am just pressing R RZ minus 90 degree. Now I am pressing enter to activate, and then I am going to scale a little bit down. So as I already selected my snap key, so I am pressing S to scale it down. So I am going a little bit to grabbing my mouse. So now I am keeping this like this way. Okay, then I am just going to the object mode, and I am first selecting the curve and then the plane. So I am just going to the edit mode again by and then I am just knife. I am clicking on this knife project. So as you can see, now I am pressing P to separate this to the selection. So now I am going to the object mode and just going to delete the remaining part of the plane. So I am pressing X to delete the remaining part, so I need this one. Now I am straight going to the texture paint mode, where I am just going to take a simple UV by clicking this icon on the toolbar, and then I am also going to create a diffuse color material. So by default I am keeping the settings same. Now I am going to choose a dark green color, so I am minimizing this to make it a darker, like this. Okay, and now I am just going to set my brush sensitivity to the to 1 from 0.700. Of my brush, which is 700, 0.700, I am going to increase this to 1, so that when I am painting on this leaf, I am getting the same color with just one stroke. So this is a pressure sensitive adjustment. You can do it by going adjusting this parameter. And now I am done my leaf coloring, and now I am going to just draw few lines, so that will not be accurate. So but I need this roughly right this moment, and so I am going to the select the symmetry, X symmetry, so that if I draw any line on this, so that will go along the X symmetry, and I am the radius of my brush size is 35 pixel. I am going to down it to like 2 pixels, so 3 pixels I took, and now I am going to draw, but I have to change the color to black so that I can see the drawing. So like this. So I am just putting this little bit here my brush, and that's why I am going to undo this level. So I am going to history, and I am undoing this level, and now I can draw. But one thing, I am going to the edit mode by doing undo this level. I am going to the edit mode so that I can see the division of my object, mesh object, and I am pressing A to select all. And why I am doing this? Since there is an option face selection masking for painting, so I am switching this on. So this is the my face area, and I am just drawing like this. I'm roughly drawing on this, but my intention is to create a three-dimensional tree. So I am done. I'm done the first thing, and then I am just going to draw a line through this so that it looks, but before that I am going to switch up the symmetry, and again I am drawing the remaining part of that to roughly make a leaf of the tree. So that's done, and I am going to again to the edit mode, and now I am just switching off this icon, snap icon, and choosing the vertex select mode, and also I am going to enabling the proportional editing mode, and I am going to grab in the y direction a little bit, so that my proportional editing brush size is tools size is very big, so I am going to decrease by rotating my middle mouse button and doing one level, undo. So I am pressing G on my keyboard, then I am just going to decrease my radius of my selection brush for proportional editing, and then I am going to take it to the Z direction, G direction. Okay, like this I am keeping there. Now in this way I can move the other vertices also as I required, but for the time being I am not doing so. Sorry, I didn't save the image, the thing I am painting over this, and probably for that reason I I have to do it again. So anyway, I am just decreasing the brush size to 1 pixel, and choosing this color to black, and I'm again going to check this on for the time, undoing one level, and again doing the same as it done before. So I am roughly drawing. So you just give time to do it more properly. And I'm drawing a vertical line to separate this to two part like we found. And I'm just going to object mode, and the shading mode is I'm going to material mode. So now I can see one thing I'm doing. I am going to the file and going to the external data and automatically pack into blend file. So no new files. So one thing, now this is over here, and I am done. So I am now going to the keeping it to the top view. I am going to copy this by pressing Shift and D on my keyboard. But before that, I am going to change the origin to this position, so that if I rotate the my mesh, so this will go accordingly. So I am going to the object mode, and I am going to the edit mode and choosing the vertices where I am going to put my cursor. So I am pressing Shift and S and cursor to selected. Then I am going to the object mode, and my cursor position is now on the bottom side of the leaf, and I want to take this origin from my previous position to the cursor position. So I am going to select object and going to transform, and where I am or rather I am pressing Shift and S and selection to cursor. Sorry, I'm undoing this. I'm going to take this origin to my cursor position. So I am set origin, origin to 3D cursor. Now you can see that the origin is just bottom of my leaf, and now I'm going to pressing 7 and Shift D to make a clone of this leaf, and then I am pressing R when my viewport is on the top orthographical view, and little bit I am moving so that these two leaves separate from each other roughly. And then I am also going to scale it down a little bit so it looks like natural. So down or up, so I am increasing this too, and then I am again going to do the copy of this, and again I am pressing R to rotate a little bit. Then I am scaling it down. Like this way I can make copies of this same leaf to many, and again what I am going to do is that I am first of all I am going to select the Bezier curve. I am going to delete this since this is not record anymore, and I am going to select all my different mesh to one. So I am selecting by grabbing shift and selecting on the different meshes 0 1 2 3, and then I am going to the object menu and Control Z, otherwise I can press Control Z, which is a shortcut key, but I am my key is not working, and I am doing this, joining this leaf to one part. So the my order of selection was just should be from 3 to 0, but I have done from 0 to 3. That's why the upper name of my mesh is showing like plane 003. Anyway, this is not the main subject. I am now what I am going to do, I am again going to the top view by pressing my 7 and cloning the entire mesh by pressing shift and D, and I am again pressing R, shift and D, and enter, and pressing R to rotate again, or I am again copying another part. So this time what I am doing, I am just pressing enter, and then I am going to the front view of my viewport, and then I am pressing R again to rotate in the Y direction. So like this, okay. Then I am again copying this by pressing shift and D again and pressing enter. I am applying this, and in the front view I am pressing R to rotate little bit. So now this is looking like this, okay. So if I press 0 on my numerical keypad, and now I am going to again join these different meshes to one. So I am going to select from 3 to 1 and 0. Four meshes are selected now, and I am going to my object menu and pressing join to join them together. And now in this way I can see that it a bunch of leaves is already has been created, and now this way I can repeat the same thing until and unless I am getting the final looks as I want. So I am doing it very quickly. By going to top view, I am again cloning this and rotating the thing. I am getting this kind of looks. Anyway, now Now I'm going to the edit mode and deselecting all my meshes and then pressing A again. I am selecting all the meshes. Now what I am going to do, the open the proportional editing is now on. I can activate and deactivate this by pressing O on my keyboard, and now this is on. Now I am going to select few portion of my or by pressing L I can or I'm just going to open my another Blender file which I created first, then I am going accordingly. So by using the, I mean to say that by using the proportional editing tool, I can give a new shape as I required. So I have already done that thing, so I am going to open that file. So I am going to save this now for now, and oh sorry, okay, no problem. I am choosing these vertices and these vertices and these vertices, or the topmost vertices. I am just choosing this one, and I am increasing the my proportionality brush size. So I am pressing G on my keyboard, and again I am zooming my brush size so that at least 50% of the leaf I might be transformed with this. So like this I am giving a new shape. I can give a new look like this or like this, anyway. Just select those vertices you want to proportionally edit. So like this way I can give a nice shape. So like this I am keeping this like that. Now one thing is, the remaining part of this video is just I am doing to take a good picture of this 3D mesh I have created, like we can join them, or we we might use this to make a entire tree. So I'll cover this on my next video probably. So as we can see that I have done my object where I can use this object to make my entire tree. So this is the basic tutorial how we can make a 3D three-dimensional plant or tree and use it to our nature or environment mapping model. So that's all about the video. I am going to cover the next part by making the entire tree. Thank you very much for watching.